America is waiting for the arrival in Washington of the Prime Minister of the Federation of Nigeria, Alhaji Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa.
What's up, my Naija people? How una dey? I want to take you back memory lane. Now, this is video I wanted to see, and it really impresses me. It gives me a lot of excitement as a Nigerian. It's a video of Tafawa Balewa, the very first head of government in Nigeria, Prime Minister precisely. Every time I hear him talk, every time I see videos of his, I'm usually very impressed. Looking at the way he carried himself. There's a certain comportment, there's a certain charisma that he had, and I look at politicians and those who have risen in the ranks to the very top level, and I can see that level of charisma, confidence in a number of them, and especially as a major election is coming very soon. I just think we should look back and look at this man and who he really was, and probably it will inspire us and probably affect how we make our respective choices as the presidential election especially draws even closer. Now, like I said earlier on, it's a video of him visiting the United States. It was an official visit. I think the very first official visit after he assumed office as head of government, prime minister. And John F. Kennedy was president of the United States at that time. And I needed to see this. I'm just going to be playing bit by bit and doing my commentary. A lot to say about Tafawa Balewa. Is his command of language, the diction. He pronounces almost every word right. His eloquence is top notch. Now, you have to consider the fact that this man, Tafawa Balewa, is of northern extraction, and you want to ask yourself, what has happened over the years? What has happened in terms of quality of individuals that we have produced, especially at that very level all these years? And when you look at Tafawa Balewa in terms of personality, charisma, I love his swagger. Like, he has a certain swagger, especially in the midst of other world leaders. You need to see him. I've seen a couple of videos of him beyond just this visit to the United States. How he comports himself, the confidence oozes. Like, you can see it, the charisma, his personality is intimidating. Like, you need to see him in this video, how he carried himself, and this is usually the quintessential Tafawa Balewa. Now, Nigeria, see your former Prime Minister Tafawa Balewa and tell me if this really inspires you, and tell me what you really think.
America is waiting for the arrival in Washington of the Prime Minister of the Federation of Nigeria, Alhaji Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. Prime Minister Balewa is making an official visit to America at the invitation of the President of the United States, John F. Kennedy. Waiting at the airport to greet him are Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson, Secretary of State Dean Rusk, Mr. Joseph Palmer, the American Ambassador to Nigeria, and other high-ranking American officials. Accompanying the Prime Minister is Minister of Foreign Affairs Nwachukwu, Ambassador Udochi, and Minister Shagari and Benson, and other key members of the Nigerian government.
Mr. Prime Minister, I am honored to welcome you and the distinguished members of your party to the United States. This welcome is only the beginning. You will find, as you travel through this country, a very deep and genuine interest in the exciting developments which are taking place in your country and in Africa today.
Now, that was Lyndon Johnson, the Vice President of the United States at that time. Now, you're going to see Prime Minister Tafawa Balewa's response. Just watch and see the personality he brings, as she gives, the short speech, the confidence, the eloquence, the swagger. Like, it's really, really inspiring. It's so exciting to see that this is, your leader talking. You need to see the confidence, bearing in mind that he was in the United States, he was in the midst of, the most powerful government people on earth. 1961, America was huge already. Just watch and see what I'm, trying to point out.
I am very pleased to be with you in Washington today, and I look forward to the week which we are to spend among you. I have no doubt that the American people will receive us with all the kindness that they all receive strangers. This is just a brief reply to your very warm address of welcome. Thank you.
Many friendly Americans are waiting to welcome Sir Abubakar to his home in Washington. During his stay in the American capital, the distinguished visitor will reside at the Blair House, the special residence for guests of the American president. Just across the street from the Blair House is the White House, where President Kennedy awaits Prime Minister Balewa. The two leaders are meeting to discuss matters of mutual and international interest. In a joint communique summarizing the outcome of their deliberations, they reaffirm their support for the principle of self-determination for dependent peoples and their unalterable opposition to racial discrimination under any name or in any guise.
That is really, really inspiring. The confidence really oozes and I'm asking myself, how did we depart from this? Now, this is considering the fact that Tafawa Balewa is actually from the north. And you want to ask yourself, how did we lower the bar in terms of education, knowing that the north is today the most educationally backward region in Nigeria? It's so disheartening to see that as far back as, the 50s and 60s, Tafawa Balewa, the north already produced prime minister of this sort, of this standard, of this quality. And you want to ask yourself, what has happened? I hope that this will inspire you to probably think as you consider who to vote for in the 2023 presidential election.
I am very pleased to be with you in Washington today, and I look forward to the week which we are to spend among you. I have no doubt that American people will receive us with all the kindness that they all receive strangers. This is just a brief reply to your very warm address of welcome. Thank you.
Now, you would notice that the more that they said there, it was not reading from a paper. It was not a prepared speech. That was a spontaneous response, and that is what quality leadership does. That is what leaders of sort and quality do. So to see that he produced that top-notch response just spontaneously is something that is really outstanding. So guys, that's it for today. I hope that this did inspire you. It does for me. Every time I get to see it, I'm always inspired. I want to thank all of my new subscribers, and I will never stop asking you to subscribe. Please, I really need you to subscribe. It will not be fair, for you to just pass by this and not get to subscribe. Please like, and if you don't mind, share too. I would really, really appreciate my Niger people who now do well. What's up, my Nigerian people? How una dey? My name is Efe Cole Amadin, a political activist, public affairs commentator and writer, multimedia practitioner, and business person. My goal is to promote political participation and awareness, influence public opinion for national development.